I'll call the meeting to order. It's now 6:10 on June the 23rd, 2021. See here, I guess we'll call the meeting to order. Do we want to do the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes.
Okay, ready. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
And to the republic
for which
which
it stands.
stands one nation.
Next item on the list, roll call. Rigo, can y'all do roll call?
Rigo,
Alan Jackson,
Not here.
Rick Solis,
Present?
Chris Keynes,
Not here.
Albert Lorry,
Not here.
Teresa Fonseca,
Here.
Rolando Perez,
Here.
Alma Boteo.
Present.
All right.
we do have a quorum.
Great. Okay. Then the only item to review today is discussion of the Building and Standards Board Commission Board, the board and committee staff liaison training. We decided to do this on a special agenda so that we didn't make our regular meeting go extra long to go through this. I
And
guess.
just to
Go ahead.
Just to clarify, this is not a training. You are actually required to take a training, the ethics training online.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the link for all of you, so you can take the training online. This is not a training. This is just to inform you of the requirements. Pero I'll get you that link so you can take that training.
The link is right here. I think
have
I'm
it?
sharing it. It's right here. TexasAttorneyGeneral.gov. And once you view it, then you request, you sign up, and they'll send you a certificate of completion.
So that's the one that we did when we originally started this, right, Jerry?
Yes.
Like I remember doing that and getting my certificate. Do we have to do it again, or is that once enough?
No, that's it.
That's it. Yeah, you took as long as you have the certificate with you, or if you don't have it, I think it's a good idea to take it again.
Okay, I'll look for it. If not, I will just do it again. I really hope I can find it though. Okay. Yeah. So then, just going on to the agenda.
So I'll just go through. We put together this last minute slide presentation.
Oh, okay.
And so, and the items the 7 items that the city manager's office wanted for us to convey to you was these. And the first one was member eligibility. Essentially, that you're appointed by the mayor. Okay.
Yeah, I believe this board is not appointed by the city council. It's actually just the mayor.
That's correct.
Okay. And then the next item is the TOMA, which is the Open Meetings Act. So this is a required. Okay. So in essence, what the TOMA is, that we are subject to notices, the openness, and all the requirements that are set by the TOMA of the state of Texas. And this is intended to ensure that there is transparency, accessibility, and accountability to the constituents. Now, if a quorum is not established or is lost temporarily or permanently while the meeting is going on, so in this case, for instance, there's 4 of us, and if one of you happens to
Disconnect.
unknowingly disconnect, then we no longer have a quorum, which means that we can engage and informal discussions, okay, that we don't circumvent the TOMA, but no votes or final actions can be taken while this quorum has not been met. Okay, all meetings are supposed to be posted and open to the public. They're, because we're a local municipality, and this board is required to post within 72 hours of the meeting, actual meeting. And we post them via, as required by the TOMA, publicly on the website or down at the city hall. And that meets those requirements. Okay, you are required to complete the TOMA and ethics training online, which will provide you with that link.
Something that they mentioned, Ms. Christina Howell, is that you are required to take that training within in 6 months, because failure to do so, you'll be, I believe you'll be removed from a member of any committee, from this committee or any committee. So hopefully we'll get you that link.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
please resend the link.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Okay. Excuse me. Okay. The meeting meets once a month, and unless otherwise authorized by management, which in this case, we wanted to do the special meeting separately and over and above. The meeting will be every second Wednesday of the month. And again, unless we get an approval differently. And the meeting will take place at 1413 Houston Street, okay, so that we can record and tape, have recordings of the minutes and the actual meeting, that it's in compliance with the TOMA.
So we are now doing the meeting live. We used to be doing it by WebEx, Mr. Pinzon, but yeah, we're doing it live. I'd like to see next meeting is going to be here in person.
That's correct. So, can you still do Zoom only by special request, and we have to get prior approval. Okay, so, all right. Any questions about the frequency, location, recording?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Mr.
Attendance.
Mr. Pinzon, I was going to ask you, we wanted to do a suggestion, if it's possible. Rigo had mentioned something about if we could do meetings every other month instead of every single month. Porque pues he sometimes needs more time to work on these cases, letters, warnings.
Okay. So you're asking for the frequency of the meetings to be
yes, if we could
every other month?
If we could change it instead of every single month, maybe every other month.
But that we would have to get approval by council because it is an ordinance.
Yeah, you're correct. We will need to
Okay.
present it to city management, and they will need to approve it.
Okay, that would have to be posted by the committee and approved, recommended, and approved, and then we will go present it to council.
Okay.
So we cannot, we can vote on it, but that's not, we'd have to post it in the agenda for next time.
For the next meeting. Okay, sounds good. It's just a suggestion. If not, we will just keep it like that every single month.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, if it ends up being fewer houses, I think that's fine too. I think we've done a lot in the last 6 months, last year really. So I think we keep them monthly, and because I don't think we want to go to council and do all of that business.
Okay, yes, we'll keep it monthly.
Right. All right, so we'll go on to the next item. And this is the attendance requirements, item number 4. Okay, and again, I already went through this. Okay, so the attendance, all members are required to attend all the meetings. Committee members shall automatically forfeit their appointed position for failure to attend at least a minimum the most 4 regular scheduled meetings in one calendar year. Okay, so whether these are absences are excused, unexcused, consecutive or not consecutive, that means that right now we're in the 6th month. Okay,
Yes.
and if that calendar that you can barely see that's in front of you, I don't know if it's showing only this month.
Oh, I know that the image is kind of small, but on that image, we're showing January, February, March, April, May, and June. So it does show all the way to June. So if
So
we go with
that's
the
our
first,
calendar year, and that's
yeah.
based on the notes. This is the official meeting attendance.
Yes,
Okay,
this
this
is
is the calendar. Yeah. So therefore, for instance, we've got one member that missed the last 2 meetings, including the last month or this month that just passed, and so therefore he would automatically forfeit his position.
yeah. Currently, Chris Haynes, if you see in the image, he was absent on the month of January, the month of March, the month of May, and this past meeting on June. So he already has 4 absence. And my question, Mr. Pinzon, is this enforced now, starting today, or he's automatically out?
Okay, I will need to get verification from legal. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but at the meeting, I remember somebody asked questions, how far do you go? And they said this calendar year.
Calendar
So
year.
we're gonna have to
I'm gonna go through the attendance. Mr. Allen Jackson has been absent twice this calendar year. Albert Lowry twice as well. Rolando Perez once. Chris Haynes four already. Teresa Fonseca 3. Alma Botello 3. And Mr. Rick Solis has been present on all meetings. So only Mr. Chris Haynes would be automatically out. But I guess my question is it enforced starting today or we start from January?
no, I don't think that was the intent. I think the intent was, the time is counting from the beginning of the month and beginning of the year. However, we will make sure that we get a second opinion from legal.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, this is the first that I hear of it. So, I mean,
Okay.
I think it'd be only fair to say, we were made aware of the situation. We've been advised. I think, to me, the calendar should start this month. But that's me. I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's my
city attorney
opinion.
would say,
Yeah,
but I think now it's like saying, okay, you've been advised, you can't miss more than so many. But again, I guess get a reading and let us know. I mean, I think, like you said, there's only one person that falls into that category right now. So,
Yeah, and I would agree with Rick because this is the first I hear about the requirements on it. I mean, I try to make myself available as much as possible, but this is the first time I know of there being an official attendance requirement that has gone through City Hall and whatnot.
All right.
yeah,
All fair. I mean, I understand. We'll go ahead and mention it, and we'll get back with you guys.
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, part of it, it's, especially with this board, it's technically, if I'm not mistaken, there's 5 members and 2 alternates. Is that correct? 1,
That's
2,
correct.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And so, this board has had a hard time getting quorum. And, it's like we've been good about having quorum the last, 6 months, other than the last meeting. The last meeting was the one meeting where we just, it was just hard last meeting. So, I think we don't want to, I understand why council set this in place, because I think there's a lot of important, not saying that what we do is not important, but I think there's a lot of important boards and commissions that need that. And I think for us, it's more of we're all here to kind of work together to help this. And so if some of us are out, you know, I mean, that I guess that's kind of how I feel. It's I think we need to make everybody aware that the clock starts now.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get back with the board as soon as we get a better understanding. Something that we were asked to provide is when were your terms began, and that's another thing that we need to manage better and let you know, because I did see there's a 2-year limit. And
Yeah, so just for me, I received an
Next
email
slide.
from I received an email from City Secretary's office February 7th, 2020. So I'm going on 1 year plus. And I would imagine that I think Alma and I kind of joined at the same time.
Yeah, I think we have the same date.
I think Ms. Fonseca became official at the same time because she was an alternate.
Yeah.
And
In fact, I think
I have that
Go ahead.
question about being an alternate, because initially I had my understanding of the conversation as to whether I needed to be at the meetings as an alternate. I understood I didn't have to be at the meetings, but I was encouraged to be there in order to make sure that there was a quorum. And it wasn't like, okay, we already know that we have enough people saying they're going to be there, so you don't have to be there. So I was coming to the meetings, you know, anyway.
Yes.
But I did call the department yesterday because I did want to speak to someone about my absences. I spend more time in San Antonio, and I will be more in San Antonio the rest of this year. And as the meetings become face to face again, you know, I need to make a decision whether I can continue to serve on the board or not. But if I came on the board, I think it was a couple of months before Art, you came on the board. So I don't know if I'm already going into, you know, meeting the 2-year term limit anyway. So I would
We're not
pose
going to
that
let you
question
go.
to myself.
But yeah, I think we need to make a better chart and understanding of how this is going to work, and we need to push to get a full board.
Yeah, because I know Mr. Jackson, Mr. Lowry, Mr. Perez, and Mr. Haynes have been on this board for a long, long time.
Yeah, ever since I've been here, and I'm already going past
Well,
3 years.
they were there when I worked there, and that was like almost 5 years ago. So they've been on for a long time.
Not that we want to kick you out, Role, but we just need to.
No, it's great. I'm glad that they're there, that they've been consistent. We just
Jerry, so I'm going through the mayor's website, and according to the mayor's website, Mr. Alan Jackson was appointed in March 2012.
I wasn't even born yet.
Chris Haynes was appointed in November 2015. Albert Lowry was appointed in December 2015. Rolando Perez was appointed on November 2015. Maria Fonseca, she was appointed in February 2018. Alma Mata, she was appointed in January 2020. Rick Solis in February 2020. And according to the expiration, the date expires in November 2022 for all of them. So I guess can you do the next slide, Jerry?
Yeah.
So the next slide it does mention that
Oh, there they are.
So the next slide, it does mention that it's a 2-year term, but of course the mayor you can serve up until the mayor replaces or he resigns. So the mayor has appointed you guys up to November 2022. So even though it's a 2-year term, he did appointed you till November 2022. I guess that's the date he leaves, Jerry, or?
Yes.
Yes, that's the date he leaves.
Yeah. So even though it's a 2-year term, you're not required to leave after those 2 years. The date expires on November 2022.
Do we have to be reappointed every 2 years, or we're good until the expiration date?
No, according to this, you're good until the mayor already decided.
Yeah, and this is on the mayor's website, so I don't know.
So yeah, it's saying 2-year terms. However, they do not need to be reappointed and can serve until the mayor replaces, they resign, or they forfeit their position. So basically, we're on here unless the new mayor changes us out or we decide to leave.
Yes. Yeah, let me show you the mayor's website. Give me 1 second, and let me look it up.
Well, you can't do that.
I'm sorry?
Well, you can't share it. I can.
Oh, I can't share on the tablet, on the computer?
Don't
Yeah,
know.
let me go to your office so you can see.
I can do it here.
So if you go to the committee information on the mayor's website and look up the board, the building standard board, that's where you'll see when the terms expire for each and one of us.
Okay.
Well, see, I'm in the mayor's website.
It's actually on the
Main page.
committee, on the boards, commissions, and committees under city secretary's office.
Okay, I found it. Okay, so that's your appointed date. Okay, and there's your expiration date.
I think you need to reshare the screen, Jerry, because we're not seeing we're not seeing anything on the screen.
Refresh.
Yeah, it's blank, the screen, Jerry.
Yeah, you need to unshare and then reshare. That's it.
Yeah, there it is.
So I think that's, so term expiration and holdovers.
I believe that's the last item.
Okay.
What was the committee bypass item?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know too.
That's a good question, but We did not find information about that.
What I understood was that if the term ends with the mayor, the new mayor, being whoever it was or whoever it's gonna be, he can choose to leave you on the committee, or he can let you go and get a new member. I believe that was the issue with the bypass.
Okay.
Jerry, did they mention something about that, Jerry? Do you remember? About the committee bypass?
I would assume that would only apply if somebody's appointed for the 2 years past the date of his exit, correct? At that point, the entering mayor would be able to I guess bypass the expiration date and just reappoint someone else.
Yes,
That's
I
it.
think you're
That's what
right.
I-
Yeah. Okay. Um, then I think the only other one was, I think we already discussed, right? If you have 4 absences, that's automatic forfeiture, correct?
Yes.
And you can't get on another board until your other term ended. Is that right?
Yes,
Yes.
until your term
Okay.
expires, any other board. But in this case, the term expires November 2022. So after that
Right.
date, you can be invited in any other board.
Okay. All right.
So
So
right
then
now-
I think just the only action item I think is just to find out when we can start counting the absences, right?
Yes, that's the only question we have right now.
And then just so you know, especially on that list that's on the screen, obviously Mr. Ortiz is no longer with us. Rest in peace.
Yeah, we need to update that list to the mayor.
Yeah. So, but I saw on another list that I was the vice chair. Is that correct? There it is. Yeah. Was
Yeah.
that a motion that was made without me knowing? I don't mind doing it. I just, you know,
I believe that was when Mr. Allen Jackson wasn't here. I think that was on,
the last meeting, 2 meetings ago.
yeah, I think he came in late
Yes,
and
that's fine. I don't mind doing it. Like I said, I just was curious. Like,
Should we put it on the agenda so that way we can,
I think we should make it official, yeah, just so that
yeah,
there's record of it.
if we
exactly.
put it on the next meeting
Yeah,
to make it official, definitely,
yeah.
yes.
And if Mr. Perez wants to do it, he has seniority
Perez,
over me. I don't mind.
Okay,
That's fine, Rick, you know, it's all, you're due here, so let's go ahead and, go and take.
Okay, if you want me to do it, I'll do it. But like I said, I defer
been
to
doing-
you.
You've been doing fine, so.
Great, thank you. Okay, so I guess for the next meeting,
make it official,
put that
definitely,
on the list for the next meeting, please.
yes.
And then
Okay, one
as
other
far as,
item. Okay, on the homepage,
yes,
I noticed that the meeting schedule is second Wednesday of every month.
okay,
Of every what? I'm sorry?
Odd month. Can you all see my screen?
yes,
Right here.
Every second Wednesday, right?
Second Wednesday, January, March, May, July.
So yeah, to be 1, 3, 5, 7. Wow.
So,
Just-
so,
Well, Ash,
I guess confirm that as well. I'm looking at the ordinance and see if there's anything in here. Because here it says meeting frequency, committee should meet at least once a month unless otherwise authorized by the city manager or stipulated by law or council action. This committee shall establish a regular meeting schedule unless authorized, so, but this is just for general, this is just for boards and commissions. So It says there's another ordinance there, right? 940247.
January, March.
So that would be every odd month.
That would do the full centro hacia bien o every single month?
I think we would do it every month, the
Every
second
month, right?
Wednesday, not every odd month, that's what, I don't think what he said or Rodrigo. That's, he said every other month, which is not, you know, even, not.
So I guess, should we continue doing it every single month, or should we do it like every odd month? Do you know, Jerry, or should we ask?
We need to ask.
Okay, so that way we can ask those two questions about the attendance. Should we enforce it starting the next meeting, and also this question about the odd months?
Yes.
Okay, we'll definitely
And-
ask.
And we need to check on the eligibility for Mr. Haynes.
Right.
And I would
Yes.
add, if we're scheduled to meet every odd month, then any time that we already met on an even month, that was an extra meeting. So does that absence count or not?
Well, it depends on what the answer is for the
Yes.
odd month.
I think you need to evaluate to the alternate. And
Yes.
if Alma and Tere are alternates, then technically they don't have to be here unless we need them. So we'd like for them to be here in any case, but you know, if we had quorum and say Tere and Alma were absent, then technically those absences don't count since they're alternates. It's just something we need to clarify.
Will do.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So then you guys will report to us at the next meeting, right?
Yeah.
Is that
We don't
still
have to take
scheduled?
action on this since it's only a report.
Right. So is the next meeting scheduled for July?
14.
Okay, are we gonna reconsider that being that it's, because you can vote and reschedule for July.
Well, the next meeting is scheduled for July, and it's an odd,
Yes, I think we need to
it's
have
an
the
odd
next
month.
meeting in
So
July.
that
Yes.
one would have to happen.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. All right.
Great. Then I guess I'll adjourn this meeting. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
I second.
All right. Great. Meeting's adjourned. Then we'll see you all on the 14th, live and in person, right, Jerry?
Hopefully, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
there'll be food.
Great. That'll get me there. All right, guys. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Aye.
Bye.